Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to New Release Roundup number 17, I believe. I want to say it's 17-ish. 17-ish. I had a very busy week at work this week, so I feel like I have not prepared for this stream at all. I'm lucky that I was able to get the stack of movies ready as is, but as is, I will show you, like I do with every stream, here is the whole kit and caboodle stack, folks. And we have a lot of fun ones to show off today as well. Really love one of these. I think I should show my favorite off first because this video right now over on the TikTok side of things has gone absolutely insane. I want to say it has over 300,000 views last I looked. This, my friends, is the American Psycho Blood Pack. I think they have a limited edition Blood Pack version. And this thing is just so fun to squeeze and like just do a whole bunch of fun and interesting things. The back is also blood soaked. And like I do with all of these, I always go and unbox everything for you. If I already opened it, that is. Here's where you open this sucker up. It's just Velcro. You take the Velcro off, boom, and you can kind of tell and listen and hear that it kind of clings onto the release, which is nice. This box is very almost sticky. It's like a sticky consumption. But yeah, this is the Blood Pack as is. Very fun to just kind of do this all the time. Makes me want to put this on other releases just to see how a blood-soaked packaging would look with other physical media. I think that could be fun. But for right now, this release uses the same imagery as the Steelbook. So in that sense, the Steelbook is kind of a little bit better because you get the full reveal with the slipcover. Here, it's not terrible. It's really not. We also get some goodies on the inside. We have the American Psycho Collection. So this is where this release is different than just your standalone Steelbook. This one has first one and the second one. It's got American Psycho 2. You get the 4K for the first one. You get the Blu-ray for the first one. And then you get a little Miss Mila Kunis right here on American Psycho 2. I have not seen that movie. I have heard it's not great. So I'm not foaming at the mouth to see it. But I am going to read the synopsis because I really don't know anything about it. Patrick Bateman's evil legacy continues in Rachel Newman, the only victim who managed to escape Bateman's grasp. And Mila Kunis is playing her? Really? However, she did not remain unscathed from the encounter. Instead, Rachel has developed an obsession with serial killers and will get rid of anyone who stands between her and her goal of becoming the teaching assistant to Robert Starkman, who is William Shatner. William Shatner's in this too? A professor and former FBI profiler. Weird. It also comes, oops, this is upside down, with a lot of cards as well. Here's a doozy. Woo! That's definitely a doozy to go off of. That'll be the first and last one that I show. There's Mr. Patrick Bateman. Man, these cards are all over the place, huh? And yep, it's hip to be square right there. And we are back to the front. On the back side of all of these, they have the business card, which is a very nice touch. Love to see that anytime I can. And yeah, this release, if you don't have American Psycho in your collection, it's kind of you got a lot of options to choose from. I will say that. This also came with the J card that is very easy to take off. Definitely the pro, maybe a con to this one is that it does have the sequel in it, but it's also just a nice box. Viavision does a great job making box sets, but I'm going to put this Blood Pack back on here. If you have any movies that you would love to see get the Blood Pack treatment, let me know. I don't know if it's going to fit on a standard release just because this box set is pretty dang big. And since it's Velcroed on, I don't know how well it's going to work. I really don't. But again, just one more time. It's so fun just to kind of splash around with. I could do that all day. And this sucker's also limited. I did not realize that when I was looking at it. This is 1527 out of 2,000 pieces. I don't know if this is sold out on Viavision's website or not, but does not hurt to look if you're looking to kind of add this to the collection. Because honestly, I don't know how well this comes off on camera. Literally, like when I was not even filming, I was playing with this, and it's fun. It's fun. I want them to make a green version, so it's kind of like a oozy slime. I don't know what movie that would go for. Maybe like a reanimator collection via Vision. Oh, that would be glorious. That would be glorious. And there's a lot of people in the TikTok side of things who were commenting like, "Oh, this thing's gonna break." I don't see this plastic breaking anytime soon. It is very sturdy stuff. I think I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. My main concern is putting it on my shelf and having different movies squish it and squeeze it. I still don't think anything's going to happen, but I can feel a lot of like air pockets in here right now. So I am interested to see what happens to this release then. Like even now, I'm going to start stacking things on top of this one. This is kind of like my first test. Is the blood pack going to survive the stack test? Because it's going to be at the bottom of the stack. Here is the next release from Vivision. Let's just get both of these out of the way because they are both pretty box sets. This right here is the Substitute Collection. Now, I have never seen any movie in this franchise, and this is a pretty lengthy franchise as well. This is a 4-film collection, folks. Here is the here's the Blu-ray pack with all of the movies in there, not Steelbook. I always have Steelbooks on the mind. But here's Substitute 1, Substitute 2, School's Out, Substitute 3, Winner Takes All, and the Substitute, Failure is Not an Option. And as you can see, the first one is the only one that has Tom Berenger, right? Yeah, Tom Berenger. The rest of them have, what is his name? Trent Williams. Trent Williams is in the other sequels. Is he in all of the sequels? Or Treat Williams, sorry. Not Trent, Treat Williams, excuse me. I've heard the first movie is very, very good. Unfortunately, there was an issue with the disc on the first one, but they are sending out replacement discs if you do decide to pick this up. Did I get the long Good Friday 4K Criterion this week, Evan? I did not. Unfortunately, I did not. Here are all the cards on this one. The backs just look like a chalkboard, so nothing really to showcase off there. There's some Treat Williams, huh? What a treat. There we go. It's hard because this is mirrored on my end, so I'm like, does this match up? Does it not? I know that one's upside down. But I think that's it. Yeah, we got through all of them. I guess I'll showcase off the back just to say that I did. It's fine. It's nothing crazy. Well, let's put these back here. And I'm assuming since the last one was numbered, this one's going to be number 2. And it is. I got number 744 out of 2,000. I don't know if you can read that or not. But there that is. And now that we've done a couple of releases, let's go over and read some of the comments, huh? Let's see here. Collector Movie Man, how's it going? How am I doing tonight? Looking forward to my video. Did I see Deadpool and Wolverine just got announced to come out on 10/22 and the 4K is $50. That 4K price is definitely going to drop. I don't know if it was announced on Amazon, but I guess Walmart is pretty notorious on going really high when it comes to pre-orders too, and then they gradually like stair step down. Oh shoot, did I forget to put that on this stack? I did. Shoot. I finally got my Late Night with the Devil Steelbook in. I guess I'll showcase that off next week. But yeah, that price dropped like $6-7 for me by the time I actually got it. And I paid a higher price. I want to say I paid like $34.99 and I got it for like $26.99, $27.99, somewhere in that pocket. That's just kind of how it is collecting physical media these days. And tomorrow you're seeing Superman. Yes, that doc looks very, very good. You got to let me know how it is. How's it going, Prince? Where's the blood liquid? I showed it off, man. I totally forgot about that Collector Movie Man. Got to go see it. Might go tomorrow. I went and saw a movie on a Wednesday this week. I try to go out to movies, but it's just hard when you have kids and a job that is just like constantly asking things from you. But I watched The Substance on Wednesday. And oh my God, Tale of Two Halves. And it's not even really two halves. It's like the first 2 hours and the last 20-30 minutes because yikes, I was in love with that movie for the first 2 hours of its runtime. And then we get to the last half hour and it ends up like, I know it's a parody. It's not a parody. It's a it's a play up of kind of the way people look and how it's ridiculous. It's just, I don't know, it got too ridiculous for me. It got very very sketch show skit type stuff. It got very Tim and Eric-y at the very end, and I was not a fan. Tonally wise, it just went a completely different level up, and personally, I was not ready for that. I would say everything before that was a 4 out of 5. That made my that made my score drop down an entire star, just because I hated the ending. I hated the way it went, and I wanted it to end. And I'm not going to spoil anything about the movie here. I'm just I've only heard positive things about this movie, and the last half hour shocks me on how it can be so positive. So just saying, if you're going to go see it, be warned that there was a perfect ending point for this movie too, and it just continued to go on. I'm done, but I will never be done in my mind, man. Won the fudge. Well, I won't spoil you. Unstoppable is a good time. Okay, good. I need to see Unstoppable. That is in this stack right here to show off. Blood. Extended thoughts on The Substance. Okay, I was talking about that. Okay, perfect. I didn't even read your comment when I went into looking. That's great. I was rolling on the floor laughing when you said it's your first watch. Of which one? Sorry. Are you going to show off the Paramount Scares Volume 2 box set? I guess I could. I was going to save that off till next week until I make an actual video of it. But I have a couple here. Just a second. Let me stop the camera for just like, I don't know, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Because they're literally both right here. I feel silly. Now if I'm talking about both of them and I'm not showcasing off both of them. I try to plan out these live streams to where I kind of have like a good amount of stuff to showcase off on each one. But if we're talking about them already, I got to show them off. I got to show them off, right? So yes, Collector Movie Man. I have it right here. I'll showcase it off after I showcase off a few other ones. But since I have this one in my hand right now, let's talk about Late Night with the Devil, huh? My favorite movie of the year so far. Love this thing. I love the kind of spot glossies. It's a matte finish, but there is some like spot gloss hits. It's nice. And on the back here, ooh, I really like that effect when it's shining in a light. That looks so nice. Ooh, I like that. On the inside here, we have the 2 discs. I just filmed a video unboxing this one. It should be out Sunday, I think. And then this just shows the main actor back there talking with his fans, his crowd. Came with a bookmark that I put in here. Because one thing that it baffles me about this release is that it came with an envelope, like a packet, but nothing in this fits in this. So what am I going to do? Like when it came packaged, it was like this, and it just felt like a thicker version. Like this kind of makes me mad because I don't know where this is going to go float along in my collection. I wish it fit within the steelbook. I don't know why they designed it like this. It came with an air freshener, which is already in my car, so I can't show that off, but it's like the night owl symbol. It also has a nice, kind of like an old timey thing you would get autographed, and it's a fake autograph on here with Jack Delroy. And we also have a promo for the amazing Christo. Ooh, psychic with telekinetic powers. He can talk with the dead. And I'm not going to spoil anything about this movie, but I probably saw this back in May-ish, and nothing has hit the same high that this movie did for me. For me, this movie is something special. So special, in fact, that I have 3 different versions of this movie coming my way. This is number 1. I also have the nice Umbrella Entertainment box set coming. And then I also have the 4K second sight coming my way, too, because I wanted to see this movie in 4K and what it looks like. I don't know if it needs 4K necessarily, just given how the aesthetic of like 70s late night talk show TV. But yeah, there we go. Oh, shoot. The back of the J card does show off what the air freshener looks like. I just like it so much. And people who don't know what the movie is, they'll see night owls, and it's just kind of a cool symbol as is. You don't have to know anything about the movie. You can still kind of be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Paramount Scares box set is right here, but let's continue to do a couple more first. I have let's do a couple more, this time from MVD. This one from Unearthed Films. We have The Profane Exhibit. And if you know anything about Unearthed Films, you know that this stuff is very, very intense. They do not mess around when it comes to the gore, to the subject matter. It's very, very heavy stuff. Like the back here, I don't even know if I can showcase this off. I will show it off for like 2 seconds and then you get no more because I don't know how long that can be on screen for, and that's all you get. That's all you get. But on the back, it says 10 horror directors internationally known for their unflinching displays of violence and the macabre are brought together for the first time to unleash their nightmares over an unsuspecting world. That sounds crazy. This also has Clint Howard in it. So be warned, Unearthed Films is very, very intense. But if you're into that kind of thing, this movie seems very, very fun for sure. Very, very fun for sure. Let's go back to a couple more comments here. 3 stars is a decent rating, though. Not going to lie, it is for the substance. It definitely is. For me, 3 stars is good. 3.5 is very good. 4 is great. This went from a great movie to a good movie because of the last half hour. I still recommend it. I think the first 2 hours is strong and stands on its own enough to where you can see it and still not hate your experience from the last half hour. But I went with this movie with somebody else and he said the last half hour completely ruined it. I want to say his score was like a 2.5 out of 5. He said 2.5. Yeah, to me, like Demi Moore is so good in here and so raw and just the best Demi Moore role that I've seen in quite some time. She puts everything out on the line and is very vulnerable in this film. I personally could not get enough of her performance. It was great. The practical effects, I'm also a huge sucker for that. I love body horror movies. Like, I made my friend go out and see this with me because I was so excited about the film. It just sucks that excitement slowly drained from my body in that last half hour. Strange Darling digital on October 1st. Can't wait. Yeah, that should be a good one, man. About Unstoppable. Dang it, I promise I'll enjoy it. I know. I've wanted to see it ever since it originally came out. It's just one of those movies that I haven't seen. So I'm excited to pop it in sometime too. How's it going, Movie Hunter? You wanted to get Late Night with the Devil, but it's just sold out on Amazon with some of the... That stinks. Yeah. That one's selling very, very quickly. I'm hoping that there will be some type of restock on those. You just never know with that stuff. You never know. Late Night with the Devil's on my list to watch for 31 Days of Horror. I don't think you will be disappointed. I don't like setting a lot of expectations high like me in The Substance. Sometimes it bites you right in the butt, but I enjoyed that movie quite a bit. It's the only movie this year I've given a 5 out of 5 to. If the extras don't fit in the case, you usually turkey bag the extras and keep them on your shelf next to the Steelbook. I'm hoping that there's room in the Umbrella box set to where I can maybe sneak that sucker in and just have that be the physical media box set of all time. But we'll see. We'll see. Who's the next pen pal to write on the series? Can't wait. I actually just got confirmation on that today. I think I'm going to send it out on Monday. I still have to write the note. Still got to film the video. But I'm 90% sure the next installment of Physical Media Pen Pals is going to be with Films by Color. And I enjoy talking with DJ a lot. So I had a lot of stuff that I think he liked, and he picked a lot of stuff. And we kind of had to come to an agreement because he had some things and I picked a few there. He picked a lot more. And I'm like, I'm willing to do this and this and that and that. We both agreed on something that we like, and I hope you guys like the video, because in the physical media community, that video was very positively received, and that's what I really wanted to do. So I'm glad. I didn't know how well it was going to do, and I really didn't care. I just wanted to kind of put a new idea out there in the physical media community. And I've had a lot of people write to me and want to be the next pen pal. So I've got a lot of work on my end to do to kind of organize that stuff. And if any of you watching this want to do that, DM me on Instagram. It's going to be the best way to get a hold of me. So Yeah, I'm glad people like the video because it was a fun idea that I've had in my head for probably 6 months, and I was just trying to think of like how can I make this and kind of craft this into something that is watchable and enjoyable. And I think I did a good. I think I did a good. Wind River is a masterpiece. That's my highlight of the week. I still need to watch it. I mean, I've seen it before. I have not seen the 4K transfer, but it's like spooky dooky season now. I'm trying to watch a lot of horror films. So I don't. Winter seems like a great time to watch Wind River anyway. You're hearing nothing but good things about The Substance. I'm not saying it's not good because it is good. I gave it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 is good. I'm just saying the last half hour. Last half hour is not good to me. Hype level for Saturday night. It's Jason Reitman. It's about the very first episode of Saturday Night Live. I am a Saturday Night Live nerd. I love the show. Have loved the show forever. My hype level is probably at a 9 like you, Prince. I'm hoping to get a couple of friends together to go see that too. Because I feel like that movie could easily be watched at home by myself. But I think the crowd going to see Saturday Night could make that movie into a fun experience. When I went and saw The Substance, not a big crowd. There was like 8-10 people in a theater that sat 250. And there was an old couple in their 70s at the very least sitting in that movie theater. And about 20 minutes went by and something big happened in the movie. And you just hear an old man gasp like and the wife sitting next to him said, "I don't think this is Beetlejuice." It was hilarious. I'm assuming they were supposed to see Beetlejuice and just went to the wrong theater, and it made my day. My friend and I just kept on looking at that couple every 5-10 minutes the movie went on, because this is definitely not the movie that they signed up for. But they stayed for the whole thing, or for the majority of the whole thing. They left at the right time. They left at like 20 minutes left because the guy got a phone call and they both left. But yeah. Going to the movies is fun all the time. DJ Nice, absolutely. Wanted to tell you want to be a pen pal? Yeah, just write me, man, and we will work something out for sure. I wrote in during Corey's live stream. Yeah, I couldn't see a lot of the comments coming in. Corey kind of had control over that, but I had a fun time on his live stream too. Tomorrow when I go see Superman, there's only 4 people in my movie theater. Yeah, I mean, I feel like going to the movies nowadays, you're doing it for you and you're not really doing it for the crowd unless it's a really big movie. Like I saw Beetlejuice in the theaters, and that sucker was 75-80% full. That was a fun experience. I saw a person cosplay as Beetlejuice, and the costume was great. You don't get that a lot nowadays because it's so easy to stream and whatnot. So get it while you can, because I don't know how long it's going to be around. Just bought Eyes Wide Shut at Goodwill. Very nice find. Was it I have a VHS of Eyes Wide Shut that I found at Goodwill. Okay, that was over on the TikTok side of things. I gasped like Scooby-Doo would do. That's probably where I got it from. Oh, for Halloween, it's Scooby-Doo season for me. It's spooky dooky season for me for sure. I gotta love it. Let's go through a couple more. Actually, speaking of physical media pen pals, let's go over the movies that I got from Matt's movie room. We did kind of a Yankee swap on our end too. I think these are all of them. Was there another? I feel like I got. No, these are 4. Okay, here's the freebie that he threw in. I gave him an enamel pin. I didn't expect him to throw in a freebie at all, but yet here's the Death of Superman. I did not have this steelbook, surprisingly. I have over 1,000 steelbooks. Did not have this one in the collection. So very nice surprise, and very very risky on Matt's part to throw in a steelbook, and he hit a bullseye. He got one I did not have, so that's very fun to add to the collection. There's also 3 other movies that I got here. First up, my plan originally for Spooky Dookie season was to watch remakes and the Psycho franchise, because there's also a remake of Psycho that I could throw in. This is like the 3rd or 4th movie in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise I've gotten in the past month. So I might pivot and do Texas Chainsaw instead of Psycho. I'm still on the fence about it. I don't know. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, I think this means I have every single Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, except for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, the prequel to the reboot. But I think I have every other one. So I might try to cram in Psycho and Texas Chainsaw. I don't know. I've only seen 5 Texas Chainsaw movies. I think there's 8 or 9. And the ones that I haven't seen, I haven't heard a lot of good things about. This one is iffy. I've heard very, very mixed to negative things about the new generation. So I am not sure about this one at all. It's got Renee Zellweger. It's got Matthew McConaughey. That's his name. That's the main reason why I want to see it. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I also got the Slumber Party Massacre Scream Factory Steelbook. Right now, I love collecting boutique label stuff. I feel like that's the most exciting stuff to collect for me. And this movie, I think, is fine. I'm a fan of the second one more than the first one. Honestly, I think it has more style. It's a lot more fun than this movie is. But I'm also trying to collect every single steelbook in the Scream Factory line, the Blu-rays that they put out. This is one that I had not picked up, and he had it available, so I grabbed that sucker quick. For me, with these, it doesn't matter like how good or bad the condition is. There's a few scratches on here, a few nicks and tears and whatnot, but I'm just happy to have this. One less steelbook to get that set complete. Absolutely. Yay, the movies I sent. Absolutely, Matt's Movie Room's over on TikTok. Very, very good. Yes, I'm going over everything. I already showed off Death of Superman, Texas Chainsaw Next Generation, Slumber Party Massacre, The Piece de Resistance, the movie that I've been meaning to pick up forever. Ooh, and I just noticed this is open. Matt, you open them up from the top and leave the nice plastic wrap on. Very, very nice. Yeah. This is Mallrats. Mallrats, Arrow Video Edition. I have loved Kevin Smith forever. Cannot wait to see the 430 movie. The 430 movie. I just saw the steelbook for that Lionsgate's putting out. Mwah, that thing is a thing of beauty. Definitely getting that day one. Mallrats, I know they just came out with the 4K. The packaging is exactly the same. I'm a fan of this packaging a lot. I actually haven't busted this out yet, so let's do that. And the slipcover just kind of stays in the plastic wrap. That's pretty dang nice. Here is the front cover and the back cover. This movie's fun. This movie is a blast. I have a VHS tape that is just this. It's like a promo. It's a promo tape for promotional use only, and it just has the illusion magic eye stuff on there. Here is the theatrical cut on Blu-ray, and here is the extended and TV cuts on this sucker as well. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've seen Mallrats, but I remember really having a fun time with it. And when Arrow Video first announced the Blu-ray, I remember being like, "Oh wow, that's different for Arrow Video." But here's the book. There's the chimp on the back, very, very cool. Or orangutan, excuse me. That's I guess I should know my monkeys better than that. But there is that, and it also comes with the blueprint. I saw this in there, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a nice added touch for sure." Here is the blueprint. Very, very cool stuff. Love to see it. Double-sided blueprint. I would rather have stuff like this in my physical media sets than I would just a poster. This is going to get me more enjoyment than a poster that has the same artwork as this stuff does. I don't need that in my life, personally. I would rather have something like a prop from the movie. And this thing just fits in there nice. Matt, genius. Would have never thought to leave the plastic wrap on there. I don't know if I have enough patience to just like slowly and expertly slicing open the top, but I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did for sure. But yeah, thanks for coming on the live, man. I appreciate that. Send some muscle, send some hearts. Very, very cool to see. If you're not following Matt's Movie Room, follow him on TikTok and on Instagram. Those are the main two platforms of choice. So yeah, he's definitely a good guy to watch his content for sure. That's an awesome looking steelbook for Slumber Party Massacre. It sure is. It sure is. I think it's tight for Jake. Oh, it's time for me to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You're jealous of the slip on that? Is the slip hard to find? That's people really love their slip covers. I really only love them on boutique labels. Just a mainstream random label, I'm okay if it doesn't have it. But I'm really glad that I'm able to add that to my slipcover collection in the Scream Factory. And I have no idea. The aftermarket on slipcovers baffles me because it's literally just a piece of cardboard that sometimes people pay $100-ish for. I don't understand. I'll never understand, I don't think. Hey, Jake, I'll send you my list of movies that you have for the 31 Days of Horror. I wish I had enough time in my life to watch a movie a day. That would be like best case scenario. Oh, and I forgot. I still have Matt's letter right here. If you want to read it, I put it in my video. I'm just going to keep every single letter that I get in a box because to me, this is like, this is the main reason why I wanted to do it is just to like physically write out something to people because that has completely been lost today and age. So just to have a copy, a letter that somebody wrote to me that says a really nice stuff, man. Like I'm still humbled that you sent that my way and said those nice words. But yeah, I think that's going to be the coolest thing about this series is just getting those letters and keeping those letters in a box to where like if I'm ever feeling down about myself, I can go to them and read them. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Writing the letter was so much fun, bro. I'm glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. How's it going, Leo? Very nice to have you in the chat too, man. But yeah, I wish I had enough time to do the 31 Days of Horror. I'm through September and October. I might have time to do 30 movies. I think I've done 10-ish so far of the remakes. I've watched a lot of remakes. I can go over to my my Letterboxd account here soon. People who are watching on the YouTube and Facebook and Twitch side of things, you'll be able to see the mirrored version. And then we can I kind of wanted to get this into the series too. Since I log a movie a day over on Letterboxd, I kind of want to show off the movies I've seen in a week and talk about those relatively quickly. Like just spend 5 minutes on the 7 movies that I've seen. DMC animated series is coming. I heard about that. I heard about that on Netflix, right? Devil May Cry, yeah. Plus Splinter Cell and Tomb Raider. Yeah, very Splinter Cell. God, wasn't there a voice attached to Splinter Cell? I can't remember who it was, but I thought I saw it and I thought I liked what I saw, but I cannot 1000% remember either. Netflix Geeked Week cooked for me. You know, my love for anime. I still need to see Terminator Zero. Like Terminator, one of my favorite franchises ever. I just watched. I don't watch a lot of anime on my regular time. We did a family movie night tonight. We watched Ponyo. It was fun. It was cute. It's not going to blow your socks off with the story. It's pretty much the Little Mermaid, kind of, sort of. Like the main stuff is there. But the animation style is just fun to watch no matter what the content is showing. And if it's Terminator, then yeah. And I did watch Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. And that was a fun one for sure. That was fun for sure. You don't know if it's hard to get. You just didn't receive it when you bought it last Halloween, so it must be sold out. So for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre slip, that stinks to hear, man. Love Mallrats. Apparently a new Jay and Silent Bob movie has been confirmed. Really? That's surprising. I thought he was making a Mallrats too. I thought that was that like before COVID hit, that was the next one on the docket. I don't know what happened. Not sure what it happened at all. Den of Thieves 2 trailer thoughts. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the first one either. Even though I love a heist film, that's just a movie I haven't gotten to. Or got to that one already. Michael Ironside is the voice. I think, yeah, because he has a great voice. I think he's going to be a great Sam Fisher for sure. I played a lot of those games. I guess there hasn't been a new game in the Splinter Cell franchise in a hot minute. So, yeah, I really enjoyed those games back in the original Xbox days. God, I'm old. I am absolutely old. Well, let's continue to go over, you know what? This is as good of time as any to start talking about the gloriousness that is this box set. Paramount Scares Volume 2. This sucker's a thing of beauty. I'm telling you. I've been a fan of these ever since Volume 1 came out. I'm not a big like box set like this guy. Like I don't have this displayed anywhere. But I do love the concept of like the matching slipcovers. I do like the concept of having a 4K box in here with extra goodies that I can kind of display out in my collection rather than be housed in here. And one thing I will say is that I've told you I'm not a poster guy. Give me original artwork by Mexifunk on there. I want to hang this poster up because I love the artwork on this poster. Let's give this sucker, let's open it. I guess I can't really open it on screen for you. I can kind of show it off like this. The setup right now is not cohesive for unboxings, but the first thing we get is the Fangoria magazine right here. Friday the 13th Part 2, Back to Crystal Lake. On the back, you get a giant Paramount Scares logo. And on the inside, get some nice Friday the 13th. I've never been a big Fangoria guy, but it is cool that you get exclusive copies of Fangoria in these box sets. It's just a nice added touch. They didn't need to do something like that, but they are definitely trying to win over the horror movie crowd with these releases. And personally, I love to see it. And I love to see that a major studio is putting out a boutique level quality box set. They did not need to do this. A lot of other companies, major studios, would not even have come up with the time of day to even think like, why would we do this? Paramount cares. Paramount cares about physical media still, and I love to see it. Here is the amazingness that is the Mexifunk poster artwork, and I've honestly looked at this for so long. I love every single ounce of this thing. I love how in the eyeballs you see the Paramount Scares logo. Mexifunk just, I don't know. Me and him click when it comes to art styles, man. And he's also been on my podcast, Boutique Talk. I had a blast talking with him. I still think it's the longest podcast I have done. So highly recommend you listen to that if you haven't, because we had a really good conversation. And yes, the artwork looks phenomenal, like always. Also comes the Paramount Scares enamel pin. You know me. I collect enamel pins. I have the original one in my set right now. Do I need a green variant version to go like right next to it? I don't know. We'll see. I do like the green. I like the green look of the box better than the red look of the box from last year. It also came with some patches. I'm never going to do anything with patches. But if you are a patch man, or woman, they are kind of neat. Here's Breakdown. Here is Orphan First Kill. And here is World War Z. They look nice. I just have no use for them whatsoever. I wouldn't know what to do with them. I feel like they belong on jean jackets, and I don't. Maybe I don't know. I don't know anything about patches. I've never patched a day in my life. So for you who love patches, these are pretty nice ones. These are pretty nice ones. New to the box this year, and I don't know why this wasn't green. It's red like the first year. We have this giant sticker. Like it's a puffy sticker. It's cool. I just don't know what to put this on either. I really like this, and I might just display this somewhere and not stick it. Just kind of leave it like this. But I like this. I kind of want to stick it to a door too. I don't know, but I feel like once I actually film the entire unboxing video for this, I will do something with this. I 1,000% have to. I have to. It has to be done. All the goodies are housed in a sleeve like this. The sleeve opens up, and underneath we have the movies. They are stacked 2 to a row. This is why I take the movies out of these boxes, because I'm not going to take all of this crap out just to watch one of these movies. I'm just going to put them in the collection. First off, the spines look crispy on these suckers. They look absolutely nice. I love them. Let's start from the top. 4K of Breakdown. Go ahead and give it to me. You folks all right? I've never seen Breakdown. Never seen it. Didn't really know too much about it. Don't know anything about the director, Jonathan Mosdow. but I do love me some Kurt Russell. And this is a tense, beautifully crafted, edge-of-your-seat thriller. I know a lot of people were crapping on this release because this isn't a scary movie. This isn't a horror movie. Thrillers can sometimes lean into the horror aspect side of things. Very pumped to watch this. Will not watch it in October, but possibly in November. Or should I review this set? I thought about doing that too, but I feel like I don't have enough time to actually give this set the time it deserves to go through and review. So I don't know. I don't know for sure. But I do like, I don't know how well you can tell this on camera, but it does have this nice metallic sheen to the slipcovers. They're just nice. They're nice all around, for sure. Put that back in the box set. Next up, we have Orphan First Kill. Now, I have... Where'd it go? I have... Oh, it's like literally right behind me. I can't grab it. I have the Blu-ray for Orphan First Kill. I don't need it anymore because now I have the 4K. What are my plans, Mommy? Here's Orphan First Kill. This movie was fun. It was fine. I like the first Orphan more than the second one by a big stair step above the second one. Second one isn't bad by all means. It's fine. It's fine. Julia Stiles I thought was fine. This whole movie is fine. I do like the slipcover though. I do like the imagery of this sucker. I do wish that there were not quotes on the back and the entire thing was artwork because I feel like the laziest thing you can do is just put a quote from the movie in the tiniest font that's going to be acceptable. Never been a fan of that aspect, but the images are good. And they didn't need to give us exclusive slipcovers. It is just a nice extra selling factor to it, for sure. Next, we have World War Z. They got the hand with a whole bunch of zombies coming out. I've still never seen this movie. I've still never seen World War Z. It's just one of those that I don't know why I haven't. I just haven't. Mother Nature is a serial killer. No one's better or more creative. That's not very creative. That a paragraph of a quote you put on the back there. Brad Pitt, World War Z. This one does come with the unrated cut, but let me see if the unrated cut is on 4K or if it's just stuck in Blu-ray world. Because I was wondering that. We have... It doesn't say. It says feature film unrated version is on the Blu-ray. It does not say what is on the 4K or not. And I don't see on the back where it says either. I'm going to have to actually like bust this sucker out and see for myself. Got to look and see. There's no... I wish there were some different different artwork on the opposite side of the paper. It's always a nice added touch. But no dice this time around. And last but not least, the reason why people will buy this and the reason why people are mad that it's packaged in here, this is the only way that you can get Friday the 13th Part 2 on 4K. It is kind of crazy right off the bat. This is the only way. If you wait 6 months, you'll be able to get this standalone. Latest would be Halloween next year. They will drop it in the States on 4K. But I also know that over in Germany, I believe they've released a 4K standalone release. You're all doomed! You're all doomed! Friday the 13th. Part 2. This movie's fun. I think the Friday the 13th franchise as a whole is a mixed bag, to put it lightly, to put it nicely. But this movie is one of the better ones in the franchise, for my opinion. I really like the whole Jason being obsessed with his mom aspect of the movie and the protagonist kind of using that to her advantage in this movie. I think that's very creative. And I like Bagman Jason a lot. I really like that look. Yeah. Just Friday the 13th. I'm more of a Jason or a Freddy guy than I am a Jason guy. So I don't know if that says anything about myself, but I like me a good creative kill. And I know Jason does sometimes have creative kills, but it's always just like a stab, or the most creative you get is like shoving someone's head in liquid nitrogen or slamming them in a tree with in a sleeping bag. Not saying that's not my cup of tea either. They're both fun. I would just prefer more of like the dream-like, super creative kills, like kills you can't do in real life kills. Well, that was that box set. I feel like I should get back to the chat over here because yes, I just like I feared, I missed a lot. Don't know if it's hard to get. I did that one already, and I did this one. I did this one. Okay, let's go back down here. You played Rainbow Six. I played Rainbow Six Vegas. I played Rainbow. That's my generation of like slowly stopping playing video games. What's up, Dell? How's it going? Everybody saying hi to Dell. Hell. Love Breakdown, Brody. That's good. You're nearly at the end of Cyberpunk anime. I've heard that's pretty good too. I have heard that's good. Breakdown is underrated. Okay, good. I'm hoping that this box set kind of gets it more popularized. It's always nice when a hidden gem becomes a little less hidden, just so people can watch it a little bit easier. Metallic, almost said Metallica. I probably did, for sure. VHS Mania Man, how's it going? Whose actor that I've clicked on? Whose actor has the filmography that didn't click for you at all? Yours is Jonah Hill. I like Jonah Hill. I do like Jonah Hill quite a bit. An actor that really does not excite me to see their films. I mean, I guess I could say Dane Cook. He's a comedy guy. He's been a stand-up before he was a actor, but I've never been excited to watch Employee of the Month. Waiting, he was funny in probably his best role, but he was very, very minuscule role in that movie. Planes, I think he was the main plane in Planes. I don't know, just not my bag. Him. What horror franchise should be my starting point for my comeback? Friday the 13th is probably an easier dive into the horror genre. Hellraiser definitely, boom, throws you into a brick wall. I had more fun with Hellraiser personally than Friday the 13th, but I don't know. Marathoning Friday the 13th, I feel like, is something every movie lover should do at least once, just to say you did it. It might not. It's a marathon for sure. Like I said, some of them just kind of blend together at points. Or shoot, I'm even wearing a Freddy shirt. I didn't even realize that. But I would go Friday the 13th over Hellraiser. Personally, you're gonna watch Witchboard. I don't know Witchboard is the series, or no, that's Witchcraft. Witchcraft is the series that has like 30 sequels. I don't think I've heard of Witchboard. Jason has lots of creative kills. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying Freddy versus Jason. I'm more of a Freddy creative kill guy, for sure. You're so mad you sent back your Columbia Pictures Volume 4 because you did not like 3 of the movies. Oh, $57 restock fee? That's brutal. That is brutal. That sucker comes out relatively soon, right? So you lost out on $57 in gift card credit. You would have. That stinks, man. That really stinks. I would do that as well. That seems insane to lose that much money on a restock fee. It should not. I don't think it would cost that much at all. Witchboard's from 1986. Maybe you never heard of it. I don't think I've heard of it, man. I don't think I've heard of it, Prince. Yeah, how's it going, Daquan, over here on TikTok side of things? I was looking at the YouTube, Facebook side of things. So, why don't I collect some women instead of DVDs? Nope. I've got one, and I'm good with that. Good with that. Okay, let's continue to go down this stack because we probably have 12-ish movies. 12-ish movies. Let's throw one of these. Oh, here's the other movie that I got from Matt's Movie Room. I forgot. Blast of Silence. It's a DVD, but it's still nice to get a Criterion Collection movie in the collection for me. Don't really know too much about Blast of Silence, if I'm being honest. I just saw the Criterion, and I feel like you throw on a Criterion movie, out of all of the boutique labels, this is one of the boutique labels to where I can pop anything in. I can do a blind buy and probably not be disappointed with what I get. Criterion, Blast of Silence. I guess let's just go over both of the DVDs that I have. I have 3 total. I've got 2 more to show off. Can't remember if I showed this off before or not, but I will show it off briefly. Johnny Puff, Secret Mission. Yes, Johnny Depp is one of the voices of these penguins. Got this sent to me from MVD. Literally looks very, very generic, very store-bought. I could buy this at my local grocery store type of thing. Because grocery stores don't have a lot of physical media, but they have crap like this, folks. Johnny Puff. I don't know. If one of the girls want to watch it, I will watch at least 5-10 minutes of it just to see if Johnny Depp is phoning it in like I think he is. But it could be fun phone. Could be a fun phone job. Elvira's Haunted Hills is the last DVD that I picked up. I don't think I've seen any Elvira content in my life. So I thought, I found this at Goodwill, so I got the sticker right here. $1.99. Let's just throw it in the collection. One of these spooky dooky seasons, I will pop it in. It's a Good Times DVD. I don't know. Just was very intrigued by it. Too cheap to pass up. So I didn't do it. Critical Film worked with Johnny Depp. You worked with him on Black Mass. How was he, man? How was he? And thank you for tapping the like button over on the TikTok side of things. I appreciate that, man. Over on the YouTube side of things, if you want to give this video a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. Always helps with all that stuff. Johnny Depp was awesome. Now, that's good to hear. Critical Mass. Very, very cool. He did you a solid, too. That's nice. It's nice to hear that some famous people look out for the everyday person. I always love to. I'd love to hear more of that story a little bit later, for sure. Faithful husband. Enough said. He's the coolest dad ever. Well, I appreciate that, Prince. I try to be good with my kids and my wife. So yes, I feel like I don't even need to say anything about that. Let's look over a couple. Speaking of Goodwill, while we're talking about Goodwill, let's find. I put out a video this week about 5 movies I found at Goodwill. 5 movies that I didn't have in the collection that I thought that I should. All of these, again, were $1.99. The Lincoln Lawyer. I feel like this movie came and went in my window to watch, and I've heard very solid things about it, just never had it. So with the slipcover for $1.99, could not pass it up. Next up, the slipcover. Again, sometimes I think slipcovers are not needed. This one was a main selling factor for me picking up this movie. And that is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, because, oh my God, it's like I'm getting vortexed into a different world just looking at the metallic sheen on the slipcover. It is nice. And we got some of that prismy goodness on the back as well. I've heard some people champion this movie like crazy. And I think I remember starting it, but I never finished it. I definitely never got to Sean Penn in the movie. I will say that. Don't really remember this movie too well. Don't remember if I finished it. If I don't remember Sean Penn, I probably didn't finish it. So I will definitely finish it now that I have it in the collection. You've been working in the film landscape for a long time. Okay. What movie have I seen the most? Oh, probably Toy Story. Toy Story is like one of my favorite movies of all time, and I've seen that ever since I was 5-6 years old. So I've probably watched that movie over 50 times for sure. That movie is perfect to me. How long have I been collecting movies? Ever since I got a paycheck. So a very, very long time. What? 20 years now. Dear God. American Psycho blood cover. I already showed that Gucci Mane. I will show it off one more time, though, because I know I will sporadically get people from TikTok Live. And like I said earlier, this TikTok is doing insane. People love the Patrick Bateman, and people love the blood. So, and it just gives me another reason to squish this. This is on the bottom of the stack. I just got it. Still no leakage. I am pounding on this thing pretty good, too. No holes are popping. One thing on the TikTok side of things, and this is going to make me sound like the oldest possible version of myself. People are saying that this video is Sigma, and Christian Bale is so Sigma. I have no idea what that means. And I feel so dang old about it. Favorite show of all time is Breaking Bad. Love that sucker. Why don't I get more shelves so that my collection looks cleaner? I do have shelves. I just don't have a lot of room. So I am maximizing what I have for sure. That reminds me of the Saw DVD that also had a blood cover. A lot of people in the comments talked about that for sure. They definitely talked about that. How much does this go for, the American Psycho set? I thought it was like 50-ish, 50, 60, but then you have to import it from Australia. I would look at like an Orbit DVD or diabolicdvd.com and see if you can kind of waive that import fee and just have people do that for you and eat that cost a little bit. Favorite Friday the 13th movie? Probably Final Chapter. I think that's the most solid entry in that franchise. Do I like horror? I sure do. Any Nick Cage steelbooks that I can show off? Probably not right off the top of my head. I'm not going to spend 5 minutes looking for it, so probably not. I love Imprint. Imprint is great, man. Imprint does very, very solid stuff. You live in Australia and we barely get any steelbooks, but you guys get amazing blood-soaked packaging. Like, give and take, man. Give and take. Australia used to be like one of the best places to get steelbooks. They used to come out with a lot of great releases that I had to kind of import elsewhere. So I think Australia and UK are pretty much tied for physical media. US right now, I think, is leading the pack just because we have so many options. But UK, Australia are not bad places to turn to kind of add some different great pieces to the collection either. You have no idea what Sigma means either? Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Do I happen to know Air 4444? It's a new label. I have heard of them. One of the guests on my podcast, Boutique Talk, did artwork for Air 4444. But before I did research looking up her artwork, I had not heard of that label. They do look nice, though. They do look nice. Did I see Terrifier? Yeah, I've seen Terrifier 1 and 2. Terrifier 1, I think, is a stronger film than Terrifier 2. I think 2 tries to add too much lore to that universe, and I never asked for that. I just wanted a killer clown killing people as brutally as humanly possible. All the stuff with like the little girl version of art and the magical powers of the sword, I just don't care. I just don't care, unfortunately. Whoa, okay. A lot of comments up here. I gotta scroll up. Have I seen Speak No Evil yet, Prince? I have not. That one I will probably have to wait until it gets released physically. You did not like Punch Drunk Love or Starman? Oh no! I love Punch Drunk Love and I love Starman, so I'm sorry you didn't, man. But those are like two of the main selling factors for that last set for me. The Apprentice with Sebastian Stan intrigues me. Yeah, it does. It does me too. It does me too. Yeah, I will go see that. I think Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump seems absolutely nutty to me. I did not correlate the two, but now that I've seen the trailer, I'm very interested to go check it out. You did like Kramer versus Kramer, yeah. Both of those movies are phenomenal. Sleepless in Seattle and Kramer versus Kramer. Can see, yes. Skibbity, yes, I know Skibbity Toilet, but that's all I know. That's all I know about Skibbity too. What's the vibe check for tonight? I don't know, just chilling out. I'm talking about the movie. Oh geez. Do I have the Dollars trilogy? I don't. I have not seen them either. I know I need to. Sigma means unfortunate, I believe. It's so Sigma. Why is Christian Bale Sigma then? Weird. Oh, have I tried the Coke? I have not tried the Coke Oreos. I've tried the Oreo. No, I've tried the Coke Oreos. I haven't tried the Oreo Coke. I want to try the Oreo Coke. The Coke Oreos I personally liked, but no one else in my family really liked them. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I did enjoy them a lot. Did I ever try the Star Wars Oreos that had the? I did, but they were very gimmicky. You just open them up and get a color, and they didn't taste any different. I do like the Oreo that tastes different, and these had like little pop rock fizzy things in it too. Could have done without that, but really tasted like Coke, and that was kind of interesting. I never thought I needed a cookie that tasted like soda before. Sigma, is this saying the TikTok kids are saying to be hip and cool like Skibbity Riz in Ohio? Don't know the Ohio thing. Ohio has never been cool in my entire life. So if it's cool now, that's crazy. let's get back to the stack, huh? Let's get back to the stack. Quickly going over the Goodwill ones, because again, I did make a YouTube video about this. Unstoppable. Need to watch this movie. Have wanted to watch this movie since it was out in theaters. Never made it out to theaters. Has not made it into a Blu-ray player because I didn't have it in the collection. I was very happy to see this sucker out in the wild for $2 with a slip. Could not pass it up at all. One other movie that I did have in the collection, the only one I really did have in the collection that I decided to upgrade on, was this one for Moneyball. Number 1, slipcover was nice, and then I noticed it was a little bit thicker. This has a bonus disc in it. Like, this is a thick boy case. And the bonus disc, it includes Studio 52 with Bob Costas, featuring a 45-minute interview with Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, Billy Bean, and Michael Lewis. So that was enough to be like, yeah, okay, even though I have this movie, this is definitely worth the upgrade to me. And last but not least, we got this awesome storybook-esque set for Epic. Probably, if this was just a regular package, I would not have picked this up. But I thought the packaging for this definitely sold me on even giving the movie a shot. I'm hoping that right now my youngest really only likes to watch animated movies. So I'm hoping that I can, and she really likes fantasy stuff right now. I'm thinking this is right up her alley. So we shall see. I will try to show this to her this weekend, and we'll see how far I get. Because you never really know, man. You never really know. Hey, have a wonderful night, Critical Film. Thanks for popping in here, for sure. Okay. I think we have a couple more. Unstoppable is a good movie. I enjoyed it. I know. I'm excited to finally watch it. What's a film you only saw once in theaters and never again? I mean, there's a lot of them. It's hard for me to think off the top of my head. Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny, I only saw once. And it's not because I hated the movie. I had a fun time with it. I just had such a fun time at that movie with my friends and us being like the only people in the theater that I don't know if I want to see it again. What's my favorite Kurt Russell movie? It's my favorite movie of all time, John Carpenter's The Thing. I heard we were supposed to get Moneyball on 4K. I'm hoping we do. I think that movie would look so nice on 4K. It's kind of shocking that Sony hasn't put it on 4K. Short and sweet, just like your NFL career. Dang, Jay cooked Braun. Yeah, that was a good one. That was definitely a good zinger by Jey Uso for sure. I really liked Braun's outfit. Like, he was trying to bring very fancy tagged graffitified jean jackets back. I like the way that looked, man. Let's see here. Speaking of the way things looked, another movie that I wanted to watch just because I'm trying to be a completionist in the Martin Scorsese filmography. Newest video in the Paramount Presents line, Bringing Out the Dead. I cannot wait to watch this sucker. I kind of want to watch this sucker tonight after the live stream, if I have time. I mean, between this or the Hills Have Eyes remake. Hills Have Eyes remake to add to that remake list, but Bringing Out the Dead, I feel like I just need to see. I need to finally see it. It's in my hands. It's in my hands. And the special features on this sucker are great as well. Done by Justin Beam. Again, friend of the podcast, Boutique Talk. Had a very good conversation with him. And he had new interviews with people I actually care to hear from. New interview from Scorsese. New interview from Nicolas Cage. New interview from Paul Schrader. Like, three great people that I look up to highly. Very excited to get new pieces of special features in this sucker. I'm hoping I like the movie because I've wanted to watch the movie forever. How long is this movie? This movie is 2 hours. That's like right, especially if I started at like 10-ish when this live stream will probably be done. That's like borderline. Am I going to make it to midnight? Am I going to fall asleep? Do I have to watch this movie in 2 chunks? I don't want to. But am I going to fall asleep? Am I going to have to? We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. Thank you for the follow over here, Hetfield. Appreciate that a lot. Let's go with the rest of the MVD movies, huh? Latest installment from 88 Films. We have The Shadow Boxing. Sorry. I was getting too much of a glare from this slipcover. Oh my God. The sheen and the shine on this sucker. Very, very nice. Got some nice glossy images on the actual movie images. That's a nice touch as well. Don't know much about this movie, but 88 Films always packages their stuff so clean. I love it. Absolutely love it. I put the alternate artwork on this one because here is what the original popped out as. It's just the same thing as a slipcover. So it's nice that you get the option to choose what artwork you want. The disc has some artwork that's not anywhere else on here. So I guess it's on here, but just the middle section of this thing. So that's kind of nice. And then we got a whole bunch of art cards. I'm not going to show off the art cards on this one, but yeah, 88 Films. I wish I was, I wish I had time to dig into the martial arts genre a little bit more because their packaging really makes me want to. These next two are the two newest films from Synapse Films. We have The Covenant. You know, I'm going to open up this one. This one's very glary. So let's go do this. And this has Adriana Barbeau. Adriana Barbeau. Oh my God, why can't I say her name? I love her in The Fog, Swamp Thing. She's great. And it's got Coolio. Like, okay. Did not think I needed that peanut butter and chocolate combination mixed into one movie, but I'm getting it. Here is the Blu-ray in 4K on this sucker. Does this have different artwork? Ooh, it does have different artwork. Okay. So I've never noticed this movie before, but I love how I'm assuming that's Coolio's face popping up here. What does this artwork look like? See, I've seen this artwork. I've seen this artwork before. I don't know which one to choose. I wish these releases came with slipcovers because if this was on the slipcover and then I could swap it over to this, I remember this imagery. Interesting. I don't know which way to go. I think I'm going to stick with the new... Well, yeah, I'm going to stick with the new artwork on here, but that's a very tough choice. That one's a very tough choice. Man, again, my boutique labels with their slipcovers, I really wish this one had it. It comes with a product catalog, which I kind of like to see from a boutique label like Synapse. I feel like Synapse gets slept on so damn much, man. They consistently put out great releases and phenomenal 4K transfers, and they don't get the love they deserve at all, and it kind of sucks. The first episode I ever did of Boutique Talk, I had Bob's Blu-rays on, and we talked about Demons 1 and 2 from Synapse Films. Those 4Ks look so dang good. Yeah. Can't wait to check this movie out. From the same director, Mike Mendez. We also have Killers. I don't know anything about Killers. I don't know anything about this movie, but I am going to open it up because I almost choked to death on plastic. I don't know if you heard like the squeal in the back of my mouth. Oh my God, that was you almost saw the last of me on a live stream. This live stream would have went on all night until somebody found my body down here. That was close. So this is the unrated director's cut of Killers. Ugh. Here's the front. Here is the back. We get just a Blu-ray on this sucker here. Right there. My Brother's Dead. Mike Mendez's Killers. Okay, that's My Brother's Dead. Not a fun way to start off any type of movie, to know that is part of the film. And I could read this, but this is very lengthy, so I'm not going to. But does it have alternate artwork? It does not. It's just all white in there. If you know anything about Killers, let me know in the comments, because I literally do not know a dang thing about it. We have 2 more movies to talk about. This next one, the latest entry in the Dark Sky Selects line. We have Blackout, a werewolf film. Love to see it. I thought that the Dark Sky Selects line was going to be strictly steelbooks, so to have their second installment already not be one is a little bit of a bummer, if I'm being honest. But it is nice to have 2 different versions of artwork, again, slipcover and non. And I watched the trailer for this. I would say werewolf movies are very hit or miss with me. They can either be very solid or very skippable. This one looks like one that is better than most, I guess. I don't know, that genre. I love me a vampire flick. Werewolf flicks, I am not the biggest fan of the majority that I see. So I'm hoping I'm rooting for Blackout. We'll see if I like it. And then I found this at a local pawn shop near where I work, and I didn't make a video for this, but I did get A Better Tomorrow. I found this for $3 at a local pawn shop. Wanted to see this movie for the longest time. Glad I was able to find that. And I guess I do have one more to show off, but it's going to be fast because it's a little bit naughty. Or should I say cheeky? Yes, from Cult Epics. We have Cheeky. I get these sent to me all the time. I've never unwrapped one of them before because these are not for me. I don't know, and I don't know what to do with them because I just get them and I'll promote them. But cheeky indeed. I'll give you like a half second of what I covered up. You ready? You got to be fast. Cheeky. There it is. That was cheeky of me to do. But that was the entire stack, folks. That was the entire stack. If you want to stay and chat for a little bit, that's fine. How do I afford all these movies? A lot of these were sent to me. I only bought a few of them. Do I have any Final Destination or Rec series? I have all the Final Destinations. I don't think I have any of the REC movies, though. Probably should. Snap should have done Covenant and Steelbook. That would have been nice. That would have looked glorious, Movie Hunter. Absolutely. I mean, they should make every movie in a Steelbook. Snaps Films does a phenomenal job with their Steelbooks, by the way. Is that Jackie Chan in the 88 film? It is not in the Boxing Shadow. I don't believe Jackie Chan is in here. Let's double check. No Jackie Chan in here. I did today just get a box set in from 88 Films, and it's all Jackie Chan. Whoa. One of my favorite box sets I've gotten all year. And it's a release I had no idea was even coming out. I will show you that next week, though. I'm not going to do that one this time. Daniel Creighton directing one of the... See, I've never seen a second of Naruto, man. So I'm very happy that you're happy, but does nothing for me. Music recommendations for tonight. Let's do Sublime. 40 Ounces of Freedom. That's a solid... If you're just in like the chill out mood, just the chillaxing vibe, Sublime will get you there. Sublime will get you there for sure all the time. And especially since the son of the lead singer that passed away is now the lead singer. It's kind of a full 360 moment. It's kind of cool. Okay, let's get it. This is a different type of music than I've recommended to you before, Prince, but I'm hoping that you like it. Speaking of hoping that you like it, let's go over to what I've watched recently here. Let me take you over to the Letterboxd side of things. And I guess let's refresh this sucker. Let's go to my profile, right? Profile. I barely use Letterboxd on the laptop. I always use it on my phone. So this is very weird. The one I did today, Daffy and Wacky Land. I'm a big Looney Tunes guy. And when I saw that this, I think it came out last year, and it's stop motion animation. I'm big into Looney Tunes. I'm big into stop motion animation. Again, a combination I did not think I needed, but was a very, very fun watch. And sometimes when I'm watching a movie a day, I need to have like those 10-minute short film backups just in case I don't watch an actual movie. Daffy and Wacky Land was definitely one of those, but it's still a good watch. Here's my actual review of The Substance if you want to read. This can tell my thoughts a lot better than whenever I get done with a movie. I always write something out before I start driving home. Sometimes I'm the guy, if I'm in a movie by myself, I'm literally sitting in the movie theater as the credits roll, letting my brain go wild on what I actually thought of the film before I 1,000% forget. Dennis Quaid, phenomenal in this movie. When I think of like a satirical, not satirical, just like an all the way over the top take of like a business exec, my brain will go to Dennis Quaid because he was fun. I can just tell that he loved chewing up the scenery in The Substance. Here is biography Roman Reigns. I can find, like I said, very closet wrestling fan here. Do like to watch it. I usually nowadays, again, time is very precious. I watch pay-per-views live, but I usually catch the Raws and SmackDowns and Dynamites on recaps, on like people that watch them and react to them. That's how I get my weekly content. But yeah, biography. If you've never seen, if you're a fan of WWE and have not seen a biography they have a ton of these. I've ranked a ton of these. Highly, highly recommend. Roman Reigns, just kind of going through the last few years, has been very fun to watch as a fan, but to have it kind of set in stone in a biography like this and getting more behind the scenes looks, very, very solid as well. Not solid. I Spit on Your Grave remake. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I do like a horror movie, but this was over the top on everything. Like the grapes, the grapey scenes were super grapey, and too much grape flavor for me. It was hard for me to sit through all of the grapiness of this movie. And I know that she has a right to kill these people, and I would have loved to see these people sit behind bars forever rather than get killed. But the kills in this movie, my god. Usually when a movie is less than 3 stars, I don't keep it in my collection. The Steelbook for this remake just came out. It's shocking that this movie is on Walmart shelves. Like, that's insane. But I will say, I am going to keep the movie, and I'm never going to watch the first half again. I'm only going to watch the second half of this movie because the kills are Saw-like. They are so masterfully thought of. And it does help watching the first half to get why she decides to kill people in the second half the way she does. Like, I totally get it. And if it wasn't so grapey, I would be a lot higher than I am on this movie. But with all that grape, I can't. Next up, The People's Joker. It's crazy this movie exists. It's crazy that this movie got a Blu-ray release, period. It's crazy that DC did not sue them out of any sort of like release of this movie. Like, it's shocking because they go crazy with the DC universe in this film. Sometimes they tear it to shreds. I mean, it all falls under the umbrella of parody, I guess. But if you're a fan of DC and you don't mind hearing a LGBTQ plus take on that type of material, it's not a bad watch. It's definitely unique. Sometimes the budget got in the way of what they truly wanted to do because there's a lot of like green screeny effects that kind of wear out their welcome towards the end of the film. But it's still an interesting watch. It's an interesting watch to say the least. Here's Dude, Where's My Car? I don't know why I was in the mood to watch Dude, Where's My Car, but I absolutely was. And this movie's dumb. This movie is dumb. They don't really make a lot of movies like this. And if they do, they go straight to streaming. And no one is going to remember 95% of the straight to streaming movies. But Dude, Where's My Car will always be cemented in time. And I had a fun rewatch of this movie. I had not seen this movie in 15-ish years, ever since I was in high school. So that was fun to get back to. And then the last movie, I guess I'll do these 3 since I haven't done a recap before. Normally I'll do 7. I'll do 4 more here. Fright Night remake, really enjoyed, but I pretty much enjoyed because of the script. And the script is pretty much what happens in the original film. As a remake, that's what you kind of should do. But, well, I did like Anton Yelchin as the main kid. I liked the main kid from the original film better. Although I liked Colin Farrell as the main vampire. I like the original vampire better. Like, everything in the original film, I think, was done pitch perfectly. So this movie could only do so much. It is solid. Did not know Craig Gillespie directed this movie, and I've liked a lot of his work. This is probably the weakest that I've seen from his filmography, but still good. Still good. So if you haven't seen anything from Fright Night, I'd watch the original. If you like the actors from this movie, go give it a shot. It's the WNUF Halloween special. Fun movie. Very, very fun movie. This is supposed to reenact what it's like to watch a television special from the 1980s. So it has a lot of already made local commercial spots that kind of go and intertwine a newscaster going live on Halloween, going to a haunted house, like an actual house that is haunted by the paranormal. And he brings a whole bunch of experts in. It's a very, very fun watch. It gets you very engrossed in nostalgia, which sometimes I love to throw that blanket on and just kind of cuddle with. So, yeah, very, very good release. From Apple TV Plus, Steve Martin, a documentary in 2 pieces. I love Steve Martin with a passion, but I really did not know anything about his stand-up career. The first half of this, the first piece of this documentary is just his stand-up. Like from when he was a kid all the way to when he did stand-up and then just stopped doing stand-up. I think that's the stronger of the 2 pieces of this film. The second piece kind of brushes on his movies, kind of brushes on what he's doing now, kind of brushes on his love relationships, his love life. The first half is definitely the strongest, but as a whole, it's a very entertaining watch. And if you're a fan of Steve Martin, super recommend it. And last but not least, Love Lies Bleeding. What a bizarre movie, but a bizarre movie in the right ways. This is like Blood Simple aesthetic mixed with some just weirdness. Like I would say very, very light influence of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Like the steroids that are taken definitely kind of give you a drug-fueled lens for bits and pieces of the movie. It's fun. It's all over the place at times, but it's still a fun, entertaining watch. And I think that the main connection between Kristen Stewart and I don't remember the other character's name. What is her name? That's going to bug me. The actress's name. Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien. I think the relationship between the two of them is strong and compelling, and I think that's what keeps the train on the tracks of this film. Ed Harris, too. Oh my God. Very, very memorable. His hairline I will never forget. But yeah, those were the past, I think, 10-ish movies that I've seen over the past 10 days. So there we go. Let's see here. Overdue on Letterboxd. Yes, I am. I have Peacock. Absolutely, I do. I've got so many subscription services. It's kind of crazy. Is Fall Guy the only stuntman movie? Drive, I guess, is technically a stuntman movie too. That's what he is in his 9 to 5. He just had a promo, Georgia Tech Field with Cody earlier tonight. Have not seen anything wrestling related today. People's Joker, thank God. Okay. You've been stocking your Letterboxd and you're always on. You are? Okay, very nice. Cool to hear. I've garnered a big following on a lot of social media platforms, but the one that I hold closest to my heart is Letterboxd. I have wanted to kind of talk film in a semi-professional basis ever since I was in college. I remember going to a film theory class, and we had the local paper's film critic come in here. We all got to hear his spiel, and then we got to go down and talk and ask him questions and stuff. And I asked him, like, do you have any recommendations for somebody wanting to enter your field? And he pretty much said, don't, because 98% of people that do this don't get paid. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a good reason to. And especially now, like there's no paper, there's barely any papers, period, let alone people paying to hear someone's 2 cents and garnering a following from that. Letterboxd is kind of the new Siskel and Ebert almost. You pick the people you want to follow and hear their 2 cents on movies. And it's crazy that I have close to 2,500 followers on there. I don't know. I love it. I love it so much. Paul Giamatti for Paul Heyman. Yes, please. Yes, please. That's another video that on Instagram is almost at 100,000 views. Is just that GIF that I made. And I need to make more of those like wrestling actor GIFs because those are doing very well for me. And I'd love seeing the connections. One that I saw, I think the next video that I'm going to make, Jake the Snake Roberts being played by Vince Vaughn. If you see the two of them together, similarity, characteristics, uncanny. I don't know if Vince Vaughn is too old now. That's the only thing. But like peak Vince Vaughn in like the early aughts would have been a great Jake the Snake. So is Ryan Gosling the only actor playing a stuntman? Maybe John Doe Juggalo. Maybe. There's got to be more. None that I can think of off the top of my head, though, man. You followed me on Letterboxd? Awesome. Thanks, John Doe. Appreciate that, man. I try to watch a lot of like varied stuff. I like my documentaries. I like my animated short films. I like my horror. I go all over the board. Man. Have I seen The Substance yet? Watching this week. I talked about that earlier in the live stream. Loved the first 2 hours. Hated the last 20, 30 minutes. Chris Benoit played by who? I don't know. I don't know if WWE would ever allow that. So I don't know if you could use the Chris Benoit name. Is Chris Benoit his real name? Because if you can't really stop people from using that name. I don't know who would play Chris, man. That's rough. That one's really, really rough. But we've went about an hour and a half. That's kind of what I wanted to do, man. Maybe play one movie game. Should we try one movie game really fast? Let's do it. Let's do The Cinematrix, baby. I love this one so much. Here's one we did last week, and I haven't done anything since. Let's refresh this sucker and see what we have this week. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to be terrible at this one. Laura Dern, Kyle MacLachlan, and Isabella Rossellini. Yikes. I'm not a big David Lynch person, so I know that Laura Dern was in Mulholland Drive, right? Or was she in, oh my God. Well, let's start here. Let's do Blue Velvet, huh? I know this one's right. Right? Only 8% guessed? Wow, okay. Is Isabella Rossellini, is that her in Blue Velvet? I don't know anything about Isabella Rossellini, but I think that's right, and I don't think I can guess it here. What did I do? Laura Dern, she was in Mulholland Drive, right? I'm trying to think of Inland Empire. I'm going to try Inland Empire. I think she was in that as well. I could be wrong. If I get one of these wrong, I'm done. Okay? Because I don't think I'm going to go far in here at all. Laura Dern title contains a W. I don't know, man. I don't know. Kyle MacLachlan. Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, right? Heck yeah. Let's go. 42%. And then Kyle MacLachlan in a movie from 90 to 99. Dune was like 84. I don't know a lot of Kyle MacLachlan movies either. This is not a strong suit for me at all. If anybody has a guess on any of these, please let me know. I'd appreciate that immensely. I'm going to need so much help on this one. I do not know. I feel like that is a little bit. I'm going to look on Letterboxd. No, that's cheating. Can't do it. I want to bad, but I can't. If I only get these three, I will be happy. Kyle MacLachlan in the 90s. I guess Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me go to work there too. I don't think I can use the same movie twice. Maybe I can. Let's try it. I am losing my mind over here. I think it was 1990. Let's see if I can use the same movie twice. I don't think I can. I can't. Okay, poop. Okay, does anybody have any help with me? Collector Movie Man has no guesses. Great. I think nobody has a guess on this. Maybe I should just stop now. I believe WWE has his name copyrighted. They want to erase him from history. They have on their side of things. I can definitely see them not wanting to do a movie on him either, or anything about that subject matter seeing the light of day, for sure. Well, I might be done with Cinematrix because I honestly cannot think of anything else. I just learned recently that Kyle MacLachlan was the voice of the dad in Inside Out 1 and 2. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I did not think those two did not correlate in my mind at all. Kyle MacLachlan. I'm not gonna be able to get it. I'm done. I'm tapping. Isabella Rossellini. Nope, tapping. I'm tapping. I don't have anything else to go off of here. So I am going to at least play Movie Doll. Got to play Movie Doll. I have a good chance of maybe possibly getting Movie Doll on the first one. Kind of have to. Create a thing? Never mind. Maybe I'm not. I thought I was already signed on to this. What are you doing to me? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Skip this. Skip. Jesus. Skip, please. Okay, here we go. Let's do okay. This is taking forever. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe I can't do this. Arcade. Here we go. Here are the games. Here are the games. Let's do Movie Doll. I can share it back on screen. Sorry about that hiccup. Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's do Movie Doll. Boom. I'm usually pretty good at this. So if I know the movie, I'll be able to get it right away. If I don't know the movie, we could be here a while. Okay. Oh, God. The yellow screen at the end. I feel like I know this, and I feel like I'm going to skip already and go to the second one. That went really quick. That's Possessor. That's what it was. That's what the yellow screen was. That is Possessor. Boom. That's a very distinct yellow. Love Possessor. If you have not seen Possessor, 1,000,000,000% recommend Possessor. Very similar vibes the Possessor shares with The Substance. I will say that. But I love Possessor, and I thought The Substance was just okay. Thought it was just okay. But I think that's going to be it. We went 90 minutes. 90 minutes is a good, solid time. Yeah, make sure if you're not following, please do. If you haven't liked the video, also please do. I have a lot of fun unboxings to do. I filmed some of them. Hey, I've not filmed this one yet. I haven't opened this one yet either, but I do have a tube here from Vice Press. They were nice enough to send me first collaboration I've done with them. They actually reached out to me and they wanted me to show off something that I really wanted to pick up myself personally. I would have spent my hard-earned money on this because, and I don't want to say what it is, but it's a format that I'm very happy is having a resurgence in 2024. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. And John Doe Juggalo, if you have not seen Possessor, highly recommend the crap out of that movie. The second sight 4K or just the regular 4K, both of them look phenomenal, man. And yeah, it might be that. Yeah, it might be that. And I think Vice did a great job with that format that they put out. And that's all I'll say. The movie is one that I haven't seen yet either. I'm making an entire video just based off of this unboxing because I want to give it the time in the sun. I think it's going to be great. But until you see that video, until next Friday when I go live, this has been New Release Roundup, number 17. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you.